Hi, I'm Danielle Dufault, and you're watching Animal Logic Second Nature.
Attention please. Flight 631 for Salt Lake City, Denver, and New York is now boarding at gate number 7.
Living in trees can provide access to food and protection from predators. Unfortunately, for animals that can't fly, it can be very difficult to get around. Some use branch highways to travel. Others launch themselves with reckless abandon. And others have to go the long way and climb down and up trees. But a very select group of animals have developed ways to seemingly fly without wings. These are nature's gliders. You can run, but you can't glide! Gliding is traveling through the sky without a power source. Some birds can fly to the sky and glide for days, but gliding is a little more complicated for mammals.
A dashing motorboat and a speedy glider. And this time it's victory. Some nerve, you say, and we do too.
Bats are the only truly flying mammals. They have a membrane called a patagium, which connects their fingers to their bodies to create wings. Other mammals have less developed patagia. They're kind of adorable, but they don't get nearly the same airtime as bats. Flying squirrels are maybe the cutest and best known gliding mammals. There are about 50 species all over the world, including 3 species in North America. 20 million years ago, their ancestors originated from tree squirrels. Since then, they have become expert gliders, with most species able to glide for up to 90 meters. Their tail is used to steer and balance themselves in mid-air. Flying squirrels currently hold the record for longest glides among terrestrial animals at about 200 meters. When they land, they tilt their body up so that they land with all 4 of their legs simultaneously. This helps them distribute the force of the impact evenly, preventing injury. Other gliding mammals, such as the colugo, have cool features like webbed hands to help their patagia. But some gliders are so efficient at it that they're simply called gliders.
Smoke jumping looks easy, doesn't it? The graceful way the jumper seems to glide to earth. But how would you like to climb out of a plane and land in timber?
Gliders are found across eastern Australia and New Guinea. There are 8 species with overlapping ranges. Different species specialize in different types of trees and forest. The sugar glider, for instance, is very small and agile. It can glide between branchy trees with such grace that it's also known as the rope dancer. The trade-off is that they can't glide for very long distances as their patagia are very small. In the air, they look like parachuting ballerinas, but unfortunately, their landings are not always smooth.
The glider forces coming in for a landing are always likely to make anybody's heart skip a beat.
Gliding is not only found in mammals. The genus with the coolest name in the world, Draco lizards, or flying dragons, are known to glide over 60 meters, which is amazing for an animal smaller than a cell phone. Dracos have colorful patagia and an extra flap of skin under their throat that acts as a stabilizing rudder. Their long glides help them ambush insects on nearby trees. Like flying squirrels, they use their tail to steer themselves for increased hunting accuracy. In classic nature fashion, their patagia have another use. They're mating and warning displays. If you're a Draco and see another Draco showing you his patagium, it means he either likes you or would like you to leave. Classic boys and their mixed messages. And their predators, the venomous Chrysopelia snakes, also known as flying snakes. That's right. The flying lizards are predated upon by flying snakes. Unlike other animals in this episode, flying snakes don't have any specialized appendages to glide. To move from tree to tree, they jump off a branch and make themselves wider by flattening their rib cages. By doing this, they can make themselves twice as wide as normal. Then, they move in an undulating motion to create a pseudo-disc. They don't spin like a frisbee, but the constant undulation creates the right aerodynamic conditions for gliding. Fortunately for us, they're relatively tiny at about 1 meter and eat small prey. And their venom seems to be harmless to humans. Moving on to even more unusual gliders, we have an animal that's born in water, spends its life on land, and can glide for long distances. The flying frog. Many frog species have webbed feet, which they use to swim when necessary. But some of those species have independently adapted for life in trees and have repurposed their foot webbing as tiny parachutes. The coolest one of them is probably Wallace's flying frog. They're one of the largest flying frogs, and their feet have evolved to be cartoonishly big. In case of a predator emergency, they jump off their tree. Though not as accomplished as other gliders, they can still glide up to 50 meters. If you're ever in the jungles of Indonesia, watch out for parachuting frogs falling on your head. They might give you a concussion. Finally, we go to the ocean, where we find some of the most unlikely gliders, flying fish. Flying fish have been around since before dinosaurs roamed the earth. Today, there are about 60 species. They're not closely related to the earliest flying fish, but share their two most important features. They have strong spines to keep them rigid while gliding, and modified pectoral fins that act as wings. To glide, flying fish get a swimming start and leap out of the water, opening their pectoral fins at the right moment to generate lift. This technique allows them to glide for over 50 meters, though under the right conditions, they can glide for hundreds of meters, reach heights of over 6 meters, and be airborne for over 40 seconds. A nice respite from predators. It's a bit of a bizarre strategy, but you know what they say. There's no such thing as a flying dolphin. Yet.
Flight 631 for Salt Lake City, Denver, and New York is now boarding at gate number 7. Board Flight 631.
Gliders are an amazing example of animals using physics to increase their fitness. It's a skill all of us could use. Today's episode sponsor, Brilliant, is making it easier than ever to learn everything you need to know about physics and other STEM subjects. Whether you're trying to learn a new skill or just trying to understand the world a bit better, there's always something for you at Brilliant. My current favorite course is Classical Mechanics. Coming from biology, physics is not my strong suit, but this course has helped me understand how much of evolution is about harnessing the power of physics. There are no long lectures, and the courses are full of interactive content that make it easier to learn. You can even do the quizzes on your laptop or your phone to keep your mind sharp. Brilliant Premium gives you access to all their content, divided into easy-to-understand chunks. You'll learn by solving problems, which get more challenging as you go. If you want to learn more about the world, go to brilliant.org/animalogic. The first 200 people will get 20% off their Brilliant Premium subscription. Check out Premium. It's the most fun way to get smarter every day. So what should I talk about next? Please let me know in the comments, and be sure to subscribe for new episodes of Animal Logic every week. Thanks for watching. See ya! My cat is, she's grabbing my butt from the other side of this curtain, and she's got her paws up, and she's trying to climb up on me. Nance, what are you doing? You mad cat. You mad cat. Okay.